Namaste and a warm welcome to all of you. It is my honor and privilege to have the opportunity to welcome this august gathering of prominent personalities from the healthcare sector. Today, we are all here to experience the fifth edition of the International Healthcare Awards and Conference. The fifth International Healthcare Awards and Conference 2020 is an initiative taken by Times Cyber Media to acknowledge, appreciate, and celebrate the success of achievers from the healthcare sector. The conference is a platform to share viewpoints of healthcare with the audience, which educates and encourages others about healthcare and gives insights into the contribution of this multidimensional sector to world GDP. Times Cyber Media is a leading media and market research company headquartered in Delhi. It is committed to provide meaningful insights and innovative media solutions that help businesses make impactful decisions to drive growth. The main focus is to accelerate profitable brand development for our clients and to reinvent market research through our services. It offers comprehensive services that define, develop, and implement the brand strategy by communicating the message eloquently and effectively. Times Cyber Media also offers a wide range of evaluations and research analysis services that are driven by international industry standards, incredible reputation with access to a large clientele and customer base. Its rankings, ratings, and accreditations provide a gradient along which performance and value of businesses is measured against global business benchmarks. Health is wealth is a popular adage, and the importance of healthcare is known to all of us since forever. It is enrooted as old as 5000 BC, and undoubtedly it touches all sections of the society. The centuries-long journey from the earliest Ayurveda to the latest ones as modern medicine system, we have understood its importance as well. In the last decade, the overwhelming response and awareness within society has made the crucial change towards healthcare as a necessity in our lives. In the Indian healthcare context, such changes collaborated with technology and have improved the quality of healthcare as a need and as a service as well. There are so many institutions and entrepreneurs who have come up with solutions to healthcare challenges in a cost-effective way compared to their counterparts in the rest of the world. Such solutions have made India as one of the most preferred destinations for medical tourism. The healthcare industry is growing on a fast clip in India, owing to its strengthening coverage, services, and increasing expenditure by public as well as private players. Research shows that plans are afoot to create 1 million skilled healthcare providers by 2022. And during 2008 to 2020, the market is expected to record a CAGR of 16.5%. The recent reports indicate the overall Indian healthcare market is worth around $100 billion and is expected to grow to about $280 billion by 2020. Healthcare delivery, which includes hospital, nursing homes, diagnostic centers, and pharmaceuticals, constitute 65% of the overall market. The healthcare information technology IT market, which is valued at $1 billion currently, is expected to grow 1.5 times by 2020. There is significant scope for enhancing healthcare services considering the healthcare spending as a percentage of gross domestic product, GDP, is rising. Rural India, which accounts for over 70% of the population, is set to emerge as a potential demand source. With the global crisis of COVID-19 pandemic growing, the healthcare sector has emerged as a beacon of light and has rushed to the aid of those affected. The genesis of this pandemic was a marketplace in Wuhan, China, and since its outbreak in late 2019, the virus has made its way for global dominance. As the virus progresses, the alert to stay indoors has become a dire necessity more than just a precaution. In such a scenario, both the government and private institutes have come together to work hand in hand. As the pandemic has expanded, healthcare officials in India have been quick to identify and treat the affected. Now we have personalities who are joining us to share their views and ideas. Our first speaker on board is Dr. Jaideep Khare.
Hi all, I am Dr. Jaideep Khare, consultant endocrinologist from Bhopal. Endocrinology is a branch of science which deals with all the hormonal disorders. And as expected, with change in lifestyle, the prevalence of several endocrine disorders have increased. Diabetes, thyroid disorders, PCOD, infertility, sexual disorders are the major contributors for it. So let's discuss about them in brief. First, diabetes. Diabetes is defined with the high blood sugars and identified if the patient is having the fasting blood sugars of more than 126, post-lunch blood sugars more than 200, HbA1c more than 6.5. Diabetes is associated with several comorbid conditions and complications if not managed properly. People, those who are more than 40 years of age, are overweight, have a strong family history of diabetes, are at more risk of getting diabetes. So these people should definitely get the investigations regularly, and if identified with abnormal profile, then they should consult with the qualified endocrinologist or the doctor, or the treating physician for the proper management of this condition. Because if diagnosed early and managed properly, can lead to changes in the complications which the patient may suffer later. Second is the thyroid disorder. The prevalence of thyroid disorder ranges from 10 to 15% in general population. It can be divided into two types, the hypothyroidism and the hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is one in which the thyroid gland starts functioning more and more hormones are secreted from the gland. And hypothyroidism is one in which the thyroid gland is hypofunctioning and it is not functioning proper. So the patient requires the replacement therapies. The female patients are more prone for the thyroid dysfunctions. It is more common by 10 times in as compared to the males. So the female, those who have family history of thyroid illnesses, have menstrual irregularities, or have history of severe weight loss or weight gain in the recent past, or having the constipation, or complaining of the swelling over the neck, should get their thyroid profile done and meet the qualified endocrinologist for the proper management. Because if it is not managed properly, then again it is the same endocrine disorder which can lead to several complications later. The third, which we commonly see, is the obesity. Obesity is defined when there is excessive fat deposition in the body, and it is identified if the BMI is on the higher side. The patient can be identified as mildly obese, moderately obese, and the severely obese. The severely obese are the one those who have BMI of more than 35 and associated with the complication, or BMI more than 40 without association with the complications. These patients actually require a treatment. If not, then obesity is associated with several complications like cardiac complications, renal complications, and the quality of life of the patient is impaired, and the patient doesn't feel good about his body and is always depressed. So if managed properly and the weight reduction is done, then the patient's quality of life is improved, and then the patient feels good, and obviously the complications are also reduced. So consulting the proper doctor, that is the qualified endocrinologist, can bring the miracle changes in the body and increase the confidence of the patient. Now the third, which is very commonly seen right now in the population, female population of reproductive age group, is the PCOD. PCOD is something which is the condition in which the patient is having hyperandrogenism. That is, excess of male hormones are there in the females, which the patient complains of facial hairs, menstrual irregularities, obesity, and the insulin resistance is one of the common pathophysiological factor in this. So if managed properly, this can lead to the increase the quality of life of the female patient, may reduce the complications which the patient is going to face in the later life, and the reproductive life is also improved if the patient is managed properly. So here I wanted to say that if any patient, those who have any kind of hormonal disorders, should meet the qualified endocrinologist for the proper management and proper treatment, and they should follow the guidelines, or they should follow the advices of the doctors as prescribed by the doctors. Thank you. Stay safe. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. It's been an honor to have your enlightening thoughts shared with us. The second speaker with us is Dr. Ambuja Maske.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Myself, Dr. Ankuja Maske, cosmetologist and trichologist from Pune. I'm delighted to share some points over DHI and FUE hair transplant in this conference session of 5th International Healthcare Awards 2020 through this digital platform in line with the social distancing norms due to COVID-19 pandemic. What is hair transplant? Hair transplant is a surgical technique that removes the hair follicles from one part of the body, that is the donor area, to the balding part of the body, that is the recipient area. These hair follicles will eventually grow into new hairs. The technique is used to treat the male pattern baldness. Now, what is DHI and FUE hair transplant? DHI is a modified version of FUE. DHI stands for direct hair implantation and FUE for follicular unit extraction. The difference between the two is the way grafts are implanted into the recipient area. During an FUE hair transplant, the recipient sites are made into slits that needs to be opened prior to implantation, which then allows the surgeon to manually implant the extracted grafts. DHI, on the other hand, makes use of a specialized tool, that is the implanter pen. This allows the implantation stage to happen right after the extraction without the need to create first the canal for the grafts. The precision of the angle is of utmost importance, ranging from an acute angle of 10 to 20 degrees at frontal and more obtuse, that is 35 to 40 degrees towards the crown, that is the implanter pen. This allows the implantation stage to happen right after the extraction without the need to create first the canal for the grafts. The precision of the angle is of utmost importance, ranging from an acute angle of 10 to 20 degrees at frontal and more obtuse, that is 35 to 40 degrees towards the crown. It should never be perpendicular. Both surgeries generally take about 8 hours to complete, but the exact time can vary depending on the number of follicles that are being transplanted. It can take 12 to 18 months to see the full results of surgery. Now that we have the basic understanding of two, your next question might be, which one is right for me? DHI has better results with faster recovery, controlled depth and less bleeding, and is good for those who want to lower the hairline and fill up the temporal part. DHI and FUE both avoid a long scar that is caused by FUT. However, these surgeries generally take longer and are expensive. Now, does it work? Hair transplants are typically more successful than over-the-counter hair restoration products. It also depends on the age of the patient, the donor hair quality, the surgical skill, and also the clinic that you have chosen for your hair transplant. So, if you are interested in undergoing a DHI or FUE, then contact us at New Roots Skin and Hair Transplant Clinic, Pune. I end up this conference with my sincere thanks to Times Media to arrange this online session. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maske. Our next speaker, and please welcome him, is Dr. Sushant Sethi.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Sushant Sethi. I am a senior consultant gastroenterologist practicing in Bhubaneswar in a corporate hospital in my own clinic. So we witnessed COVID pandemic since last few months, which had taken our life into a standstill. But I must say, even during this pandemic, I have never stopped seeing patients even for one day. Because what I understand, when patients with upper GI bleed, sometimes with some foreign body, as one of my patients came with a chicken bone which was stuck in his esophagus and he had to undergo surgery also. And if I would not have intervened, then he would have landed upon a big surgery on thoracotomy. So we had practiced whatever possible manner, including social distancing, maintaining sanitation, thermal screening procedure, but we have never stopped seeing a patient even for a single day. That is one. Second, I have created many awareness venture with print and electronic media, and I had delivered talk in few televisions, and they came in many of the newspapers, stating and urging the government and the people or the patients to what precautions they should take, what they should do. That means do as don'ts in the COVID pandemic. What I understand now, if we are aware, we can create awareness. We are on our tight line. Then obviously, the COVID pandemic will lose and will win for a day. That's for sure. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. We have been honored to have your enlightening thoughts shared with us today. Now I would like to invite Dr. Alokanand Jha to share his views.
मैं डॉक्टर आलोकानंद झा, एमएस ऑर्थोपेडिक्स मधुबनी, जो एक बिहार में छोटी सी शहर है, वहाँ मैं प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ लगभग 20 और 22 साल से। मैंने इस कोविड पेंडेमिक को बहुत नज़दीक से एक्सपीरियंस किया है और मैं जस्ट अपनी कुछ एक्सपीरियंस आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाह रहा हूँ। ये कोविड-19 जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं, अब तो साल भर की डिजीज़ होने जा रही है। ये SARS-CoV-2 के द्वारा फैलता है, जो मूलतः वुहान से ये जस्ट लोगों को पता चला था। इसकी सिम्टम फीवर होती है, ड्राई कफ है, फैटिग है, लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट है, और जो एक कॉमन सिम्टम हम लोग यूजुअली 2-4 अपने बहुत करीबी लोगों में स्मेल और टेस्ट दोनों लॉस हो गया है, ये हम लोगों ने एक्सपीरियंस की है। कभी कभी स्किन रैशेज भी हो जाती हैं। जब ये डिजीज़ का फॉर्म लेता है तो सिम्टम्स होती है कोविड-19 डिजीज़ की, वो होती है शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रीथ, कन्फ्यूजन होती है, टेम्परेचर बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है, कन्फ्यूजन क्रिएट हो जाती है, पेन में चेस्ट होता है, डिस्निक हो जाता है पेशेंट, और स्लीप की डिस्टर्बेंसेज होती है। 80% जो पेशेंट हमारे साथ हैं वो ऑलरेडी बिना सिम्टम के निकल जाते हैं या उनको बहुत ही माइनर सिम्टम होती है, लेकिन जो 20% होते हैं उनमें थोड़ी सी सिम्टम ज़्यादा होती है। उस 20% में जो 5% है वो क्रिटिकली इल होते हैं या जिनको बहुत ही ज़्यादा सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, रेस्पिरेटरी सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, वेंटिलेटर वगैरह की यूज होती है। अब उस कंडीशन में हमें करना क्या है? हमें स्टे एट होम, घर में सेफली रहनी है, लेकिन अब तो लॉकडाउन धीरे धीरे हमें आर्थिक गतिविधियां भी बनानी है, सब तरह की दिक्कतें का सामना करते हुए भी आगे बढ़ना है। तो हमें कुछ प्रिकॉशन लेके चलनी होगी, हमें फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग मेंटेन करनी होगी, हमें मास्क मेंटेन करनी होगी, हमें वेंटिलेशन की ज़रूरत पड़ती है। हमें जहां हम प्रैक्टिस करते हैं या जहां हम वर्क करते हैं वो वेंटिलेटेड होना चाहिए प्रॉपरली, और हमें क्राउड्स को अवॉइड करनी है, छोटी छोटी क्राउड्स को अवॉइड करनी है। अभी एक रिसर्च आई है कि छोटी छोटी क्राउड्स जो भीड़ होती है वो ज़्यादा फैलाते हैं। जांच में PCR होते हैं जो कि मोलिकुलर टेस्ट, RT-PCR जिसको बोलते हैं, और भी रैपिड एंटीजन टेस्ट वगैरह होती हैं, उससे द्वारा हमें पता चल सकता है। एंटीबॉडी टेस्ट के द्वारा हमें रेट्रोग्रेड पता चलती है कि हमें कोविड थी या नहीं थी। IgG एंटीबॉडी बढ़ जाती है उसमें। अगर हम इफेक्टेड हो गए तो हमें क्या करना है? हमें पैनिक नहीं होनी है, टेस्ट को करवाना है। अगर टेस्ट नहीं है तो हमें घर में रहनी है, अपने लोगों से थोड़ी सी डिस्टेंस बना के रखनी है और पैनिक नहीं करना है, मास्क पहननी है ये, और अपने आप की इम्यूनिटी को बिल्डअप करना है, और हमेशा पॉजिटिव सोचना है, स्टे पॉजिटिव। ये बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त चीज़ है। वैक्सीन थोड़ी सी समय लग रही है, लेकिन जो ACT एक्सेलरेटर होती है WHO के द्वारा, ये भी अभी वैक्सीन लगभग बहुत वैक्सीन है जो कि अब अंतिम अवस्था में। जो ही वैक्सीन आ गई तो फिर हमें थोड़ी सी राहत मिलेगी। फिर भी हमें उसका भी ख्याल पूरी सी रखनी होगी। जितनी भी ड्रग्स होती हैं ट्रीटमेंट की, डेक्सामिथासोन या जो भी SCQS जिसके लिए पूरे दुनिया में हाहाकार मचाता है, ये अभी WHO की ट्रायल आई है कि उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा उनका रोल नहीं है। रेमडेसिविर वगैरह और भी कई सारी दवाइयाँ हैं। हमें सिर्फ सपोर्टिव ट्रीटमेंट की ज़रूरत है ताकि हम वेंटिलेशन, हम अपने रेस्पिरेटरी ऑक्सीजन लेवल को मेंटेन कर सकें। और जो ट्रायल आती है WHO सॉलिटरी ट्रायल बोलते हैं उसको, उसके द्वारा भी वैक्सीन का अभी चल रहा है कोऑर्डिनेशन, ताकि सबों को वैक्सीन फिर मिल सके। लेट अस होप फॉर बेटर। जहाँ तक मैं कोविड एंडेमिक, एपिडेमिक, पेंडेमिक कह सकते हैं आप इसको, इसमें मैं प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ 20 अप्रैल 22 अप्रैल से। मेरी आउटडोर खुली हुई हैं, डिस्टेंस मेंटेन रखते हैं, 15 से 20 मरीज देखते हैं, कुछ समय अंतराल पर बुलाते हैं। एक पेशेंट के साथ एक अटेंडेंट रखते हैं। जितनी कंजर्वेटिव ट्रीटमेंट होती है हमें करना है, और रियल कंजर्वेटिव ट्रीटमेंट की हमें बहुत ही ज़्यादा बेनिफिट मिली है। हमने एक भी फ्रैक्चर्स को बहुत कम ऑपरेटिव अभी कर पा रहे हैं हम, चूँकि बहुत ज़बरदस्त उसके लिए हमें सेटअप चाहिए, पेशेंट का माइंडसेट चाहिए। लेकिन जो पेशेंट को प्राइमरी ट्रीटमेंट ऑर्थो की होती है वो मैं लगातार 20 अप्रैल से अभी तक करीब 6-7 हज़ार पेशेंट को प्रोवाइड कर चुका हूँ, और आशा करता हूँ कि जल्दी से हम लोगों को इससे निदान मिलेगी और हम लोग फिर से नॉर्मल लाइफ जी सकेंगे। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. We would now like to welcome Dr. Vijay Daya on stage to share insights into healthcare.
जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं, इस समय पूरा विश्व और हमारा देश भी कोविड महामारी के पेंडेमिक से गुजर रहा है। हालांकि पिछले कुछ समय से कुछ केसेस में कमी आई है, फिर भी खतरा अभी टला नहीं है। अनलॉक पीरियड फेज हमारे कंट्री में शुरू हो चुका है। इसके बावजूद भी बहुत ही एहतियात रखना अभी भी आवश्यक है। इसलिए जरूरी है कि जो लोग बुजुर्ग लोग हैं, गर्भवती महिलाएं हैं, बच्चे हैं, या वो व्यक्ति जो किसी क्रॉनिक बीमारी से पीड़ित हैं, चाहे वो डायबिटीज, हाइपरटेंशन है या किसी भी क्रॉनिक बीमारी की किन्हीं की ट्रीटमेंट चल रही है, पहली बात तो वो लगातार अपनी दवाई लेते रहें। दूसरा, ऐसे व्यक्तियों का अभी बाहर निकलने का अच्छा समय नहीं है। इसलिए जरूरी है कि बहुत आवश्यक हो तभी ये लोग घर से बाहर निकलें। कोई भी व्यक्ति जब भी घर से बाहर निकले तो हर बार मास्क का प्रयोग जरूर करें, और मास्क को सही तरीके से पहनना बहुत जरूरी है। मास्क हमारे मुंह और नाक को अच्छी तरह से छिपा कर रखे, तभी उसका फायदा है। बिना वजह और यदि हमारे हाथ गंदे हैं तो हम अपने मुंह, नाक और आंख को गंदे हाथों से ना छुएं, क्योंकि यही वो पोर्टल है जहां से वायरस हमारे शरीर में प्रवेश करता है। जहां भी जगह मिले, स्वच्छ पानी और साबुन मिले तो कम से कम 20 सेकंड तक अपने हाथों को अच्छी तरह धो लें। यदि पानी और साबुन की उपलब्धता नहीं है तो ऐसे में हम 70% अल्कोहल बेस्ड सैनिटाइजर से हाथ साफ कर सकते हैं। सार्वजनिक स्थानों पर लगातार शारीरिक दूरी जो है उसको बनाकर रखें, कम से कम 2 गज की दूरी बनाकर रखें। ये सब वो सावधानियां हैं जिनको बरत कर हम इस महामारी से खुद को, अपने परिवार को और इस संसार को, देश को बचा सकते हैं। इसके साथ ये भी आवश्यक है कि इस महामारी के प्रति सचेत रहना जरूरी है, लेकिन इससे भय ज़्यादा या डर, खौफ का माहौल इससे नहीं होना चाहिए। क्योंकि जैसे कहा गया है कि माना रात काली है, भयावह है, गहराई है, लोग दरवाजों पर, रस्तों पे रुके बैठे हैं, कई घबराए हैं, सहमे हैं, छिपे बैठे हैं, मगर यकीन रख, ये बस लम्हा है, 2 पल का बिखर जाएगा। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है फिर उभर आएगा। मुश्किल बहुत है मगर वक्त ही तो है, गुजर जाएगा।
Thank you, sir, for the stimulating speech. I would now like to invite Dr. Kajal Parag Patani to share his views.
नमस्ते, मैं डॉक्टर काजल पराग पटनी। मैं इंटरनेशनल योगा टीचर हूँ और इंटरनेशनल योगा जज भी हूँ। मैंने योगा में डॉक्टरेट भी की है और उसका अभी योगा पे रिसर्च भी मेरा शुरू है। नेशनल की प्रेसिडेंट, फिलहाल मैं स्पोर्ट्स योगा एशिया की सेक्रेटरी हूँ। स्पोर्ट्स योगा फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया की प्रेसिडेंट हूँ। हमारी एक गीत योगा एंड फिटनेस फाउंडेशन है जो चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट है और उसकी मैं फाउंडर प्रेसिडेंट हूँ। मेरी एक एकेडमी है, गीत योगा एंड फिटनेस एकेडमी, जिसमें हम प्राणायाम, मेडिटेशन, योगा, स्पोर्ट्स योगा, पावर योगा, किड्स योगा, थेरापेटिक योगा, प्रेगनेंसी योगा, एरियल योगा और एरियल स्पोर्ट्स भी हम लेते हैं। और उसमें इंटरनेशनल टीचर ट्रेनिंग भी प्रोग्राम हम लेते हैं। अभी जो कोरोना का माहौल शुरू है, इसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग बीमार हो रहे हैं और बहुत कम लोग मर रहे हैं। इसका मेन रीज़न है उनकी इम्यून सिस्टम कम है, प्रतिकार शक्ति कम है। तो ये बढ़ाने के लिए आपको योगा प्राणायाम करना ही है। मैं 63 देशों से 1200 से अधिक लोगों को ऑनलाइन योगा सिखा रही हूँ।
Thank you. Please welcome our next speaker, Dr. Alka Singhal, Associate Director, Radiology, Medanta, the Medicity, Gurgaon.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Alka Singhal, Associate Director Radiology at Medanta Hospital in Gurgaon, India. I'm a radiologist. Now what is a radiologist? We deal with the diagnostics. So we assist the clinician in diagnosing the abnormality, thereby in planning the management. Diagnostics involves the X-rays, the ultrasound, the CT scan, the magnetic resonance imaging, MRI scans and PET scans and many more. My area of interest is ultrasound. Ultrasound head to toe with a lot of zeal, passion and enthusiasm. I do abdominal scans, obstetrical scan, abdominal Doppler scans, color Doppler scans, peripheral vascular scans, elastography, contrast ultrasound and many more. I have a special zeal and a passion to diagnose very early abnormalities in the thyroid and the parathyroid, for which I have published several publications in international journals and written several chapters as well. I excel and I believe that we, if are able to diagnose any abnormality at a very, very early stage, a complete cure to most abnormalities is definitely possible. Early diagnosis, that is what I aim for, and to assist the patient getting the best possible clinical outcome. Thank you everyone. Best wishes to all of you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite Ms. Ayushi Jain to share her views.
Namaste everyone. My name is Arushi Jain and I am the founder and director of Stay Happy Pharmacy. Stay Happy Pharmacy is an initiative of Sarvagun Aushadhi Private Limited, which was formed to address one of the most pressing concerns of society today, which is the accessibility and availability of affordable quality medication for those in need. All of us are a part of society and it's important to give back to the society, and Stay Happy Pharmacy does just that. Today in India, there are more than 35 crore such people who have access to less than 2 meals per day. What happens when such people are sick? Can they afford medicines at the current rates? It's also important to know that 2% of India's population is pushed to poverty each year on account of their spend on healthcare. Clearly, there is a need for affordable medicines. However, they are either not existing or are not accessible to these people. Hence, looking at the reality, Stay Happy Pharmacy is here, and we are here to solve this problem of affordability and accessibility of medicines. Stay Happy Pharmacies are at least 30 to 90% lower priced as compared to the branded counterparts. Currently, we are available in more than 70 cities across the country. In states like Delhi, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Jammu, Kerala, MP, Haryana, Rajasthan and many others. Stay Happy has a range of more than 500 medicines which are spanning across therapies like diabetes, cardiac, gynae, multivitamins, eye supplements, BP, urology and many others. We also understand the importance of quality when it comes to medicine, and hence all our manufacturers follow very strict quality guidelines and they are certified by world's leading accreditations like WHO GMP, PICS, ISO 9001, NABL, ISO 14001 among others, and all of these ensure nothing but quality. Stay Happy targets to open 1,000 plus stores this year, and we are targeting 15,000 stores or more by the end of 4 years. Through these 15,000 pharmacies, we aim to impact the lives of at least 100 crore people and reduce their expenditure of medicine. We are here to stay, and we are here to make an impact in the lives of millions of people who cannot afford medicines. And it is our dream to be able to not only touch the cities but to be able to reach the grassroots and reach the villages of the country where there is really a need for a change. So with the mission of Nation First and with the mission of Make in India, Stay Happy is ready to make the health and pocket happy of all the patients across the country. Thank you everyone.
and their work sets an example for hard work, devotion, and extraordinary service to humanity. The awards are determined by means of a comprehensive selection process that is based on ratings conducted by us around the country. The International Healthcare Award is presented to reward quality and perseverance with a view to recognize the healthcare professionals and institutions for excellence in their domain while also contributing to the progress and development of society. The award function brings together the elites and the leaders of the healthcare sector and gives an important opportunity to network with stakeholders and innovators of the industry. The many discussions highlight vital issues related to the healthcare sector. The award function seeks active participation from professionals of the healthcare sector, including doctors, surgeons, government representatives, healthcare providers, hospitals, clinics, pharmaceutical companies, insurance providers, consultants, and financial institutions. These awards intend to inspire others towards bigger and better achievements by rewarding those who have set an industry benchmark. Hands together and welcome Dr. J.K. Singh. Padma Shri Dr. J.K. Singh is the President, Cancer Care India, and the former National Vice President, Indian Medical Association, and is a renowned name in the field of oncology. Dr. J.K. Singh will be sharing a few thoughts about healthcare fraternity with us.
It's my great pleasure to be here in this seminar, which has been organized by Times Cyber Media, that is International Healthcare Award. I'm really very much impressed with Times Cyber, which has been organizing such type of award session, and the main aim of this is to pick up those persons who have really contributed something for the society and who is different from others. They pick up those cases, they have a stringent criteria, and then they are kept on the platform. They also provide the platform where these people are brought, and the entire world, entire India, is seeing them, how they have contributed in their field. They are doing regularly for the medical personnel, but now they are also going in other areas, just like this one. They are probably awarding and felicitating some corona warriors also. The survival of corona has increasing in this country, and they are the person who has really made a fight with this COVID disease, 19 pandemic. They deserve the appreciation, and Times Media is one organization who is always coming with such noble ideas. Friends, today we are talking about the COVID-19 pandemic. We are still passing through the COVID-19 pandemic area, and in spite of the various advancements in the prevention, we are still on the same footing what it was in the January or February this year. In spite of so many steps taken by the government and the private sector, whether we could not control the disease till date, nor we could understand many things about the effect of COVID-19. In spite of various scientific development on this viral disease, there are still some gray areas which needs to be conquered, and there are many issues which needs to be readdressed. Presently, the total number of new cases in India has crossed more than 18 lakhs, and active cases in the country is almost 5,90,000. We have been observing the data of all the states, and I would like to share my experience that in Bihar, which is my state, the COVID-19 infestations in Bihar state. Out of 1.1 crore tests, new cases in Bihar has gone up to 2,20,000. But the number of deaths registered is 1,101, little late. Very low figure. That is really one thing which has to be considered uh, because of the very high immunity of the cases. The number of deaths registered is still very low, and we are fortunate enough to see these things in this state. Probably uh, the reasons are many. I would like to enumerate those later on. March 24th is the first lockdown period which has applied in the country by our respected Prime Minister. In spite of various steps adopted, India has officially recorded more than 2.7 million cases of COVID-19, putting it third in the world behind the US and Brazil. In the same course, if remains the same, the progress is the same, and India will have more cases than any other places in the world with a population of 1.3 billion. There is lots of room for its exponential growth. There is surging of death rate. It has been noticed in the country. The pandemic has already reshaped India beyond imagination. Its economy, which has gone every year for the last 40 years, was flattening even before the lockdown period, but it is predicted that it will shrink by 4.5% this year. Now, India economy uh, reopening, even the virus shows no signs of slowing. Economists are in the view that further fast growth of about the fast growth of economy. There are about 100 million people just above the poverty line in the country, and I'm also sure that all of them fall below it. COVID-19 has affected all the areas except, and the disruption caused by the lockdown had disproportionately affected women also. More than 90% of the employed women work in India with the informal economy. Many many lost their jobs recently. The Prime Minister announced a relief package worth of $260 billion, about 10% of the country's GDP. But only a fraction of this came as extra handout for the poor. India is world's second most largest country. Uh, I'm sure much has been told about the symptoms and the management of the disease, but our experiment have shown so far that immunity plays a great role in the prevention and fighting with this disease. I always tell them to the public that more and more oxygen to be inhaled every day, and it is the simple way to give enough immunity to fight with the disease. Of course, social distancing, mask, sensitizer, it really does the work, but I'm sure uh, oxygen has also a great role to play. India not only has overcome many problems in this COVID-19 infestations, death rate has gone down, less and less numbers are being affected. Even after the 100 cases, if they are affected, 97% are being cured. Only 2 to 3% dies. I think death rate is very low if we compare this thing with the other country. Now we have enough material. We don't have to import anything regarding the management of whether the question of sensitization, sensitizer, mask, medicines. Rather, we are in a position to export them to other countries. This is a very, very good thing what India has done to manage the COVID patient. I think the past 9 months has made tremendous changes in our lifestyle. In almost every sector, they have changes. We have to overcome these problems. We have to see that the cases which have been affected should not get reoccurrence of the disease. We have to also see that vaccination should come as early as possible. I am sure if these things are really made at the earliest possible way, probably India will be able to overcome to this disease after, in spite of this largest population, second largest population in the country, in the world. And it's very challenging, not for the government and for the private sectors also. I'm sure in the coming days, as the disease occurrence, as the new cases outcome is coming, as the death rate is reducing, probably we'll be able to uh, overcome the problems of COVID-19, and at the same time, we'll conquer this disease. Thank you.
Without any further ado, let's get the awards juggernaut going. In the category of Promising Women Fitness Center of the Year 2020, Hyderabad, the award goes to Vasavi Women's Fitness Studio.
Voruganti Prasanna Kumari established Vasavi Women's Fitness Studio in Hyderabad, Telangana. It's completely women's fitness studio. Prasanna Kumari is international certified trainer, certified in yoga, functional fitness training and Zumba toning from the USA. Many congratulations.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Joint Replacement Surgery of the Year 2020, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh, the award goes to Dr. B. Narendra Reddy.
Dr. B. Narendra Reddy, MS Ortho, DNB, NCH, is a leading joint replacement surgeon based in Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. To serve people better, Dr. Reddy started Sai Bhaskar Hospital in 2006. Congratulations to Dr. Reddy and his team.
In the category Neurosurgeon of the Year 2020, Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra, the award goes to Dr. Rajaram Narayan Patil.
Dr. Patil completed MS General Surgery, MCH Neurosurgery and has over 2 decades of experience. Congratulations to Dr. Patil.
The next category is Healthcare Excellence Orthopedic Surgery of the Year 2020, Madhubani, Bihar, and the award goes to Dr. Alokanand Jha.
Dr. Alokanand Jha is practicing for over 20 years in Madhubani, Bihar. Many congratulations to him.
In the category Trusted Healthcare Brand, General Hospital of the Year 2020, Assam, the award goes to HAMM Hospital.
Haji Abdul Majid Memorial Hospital and Research Center at Hojai in the state of Assam is one of the largest rural multi-speciality charitable hospitals in northeast India. Ever since late Nobel laureate Reverend Mother Teresa inaugurated the hospital on 16 September 1995, hundreds of thousands of patients, mostly poor, have been beneficiaries of the hospital's healthcare facilities. It is indeed a tribute to the goodwill and benevolent zeal of the trustees that the HAMM hospital has become the first choice and the preferred hospital for the needy and the poor, not to speak of patients who are well off and who have the capacity to pay for their treatment. The hospital provides totally free treatment under charity to those who are economically underprivileged, irrespective of caste, creed, or religion.
The next category is Healthcare Excellence Rheumatology of the Year 2020, Secunderabad, Telangana. And the award goes to Dr. Sarath Chandramouli Veeravali.
Dr. Sarath Chandramouli Veeravali is rheumatologist and diabetologist in Begumpet, Hyderabad, and has experience of 29 years in these fields. Dr. Veeravali practices at Krishna Institute of Medical Sciences, KIMS in Begumpet, Hyderabad, and Krishna Institute of Medical Sciences, KIMS in Secunderabad, Hyderabad. The doctor completed MD General Medicine from Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences, Hyderabad in 1995 and MRCP Rheumatology from Royal College of Physicians of the United Kingdom in 2000.
The next category is Healthcare Excellence Speech Therapy of the Year 2019-20, Navi Mumbai, and the award goes to Aakar Child Development and Learning Center.
Aakar Child Development Center adheres to a philosophy of love and acceptance of the child and the use of highly individualized, structured program for each child. Through the various intervention programs, the center offers an eclectic mix of behavior-based methods and structured teaching. Elements of teach, applied behavior analysis, neurodevelopment therapy, sensory integration, handwriting remediation, verbal behavior analysis, various forms of assisted and augmentative communication, including picture exchange communication systems, are part of the methods used.
In the category Endocrinologist of the Year 2020, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, the award goes to Dr. Jaydeep Khare.
Dr. Jaydeep Khare has been awarded with the Best Paper Presentation in APICON 2017, the Best Thesis Award in Medicine 2013, Best Anatomical Drawing Award 2005. He works and has teaching experience of 8 years in prestigious institutes like KEM Mumbai, KGMC Lucknow, AIMS Bhopal, KIMS Hyderabad, and currently is associated with JSS Welfare Society. He has several presentations in national and international conferences and 11 publications in reputed journals. He is a member of an editorial board in Journals International, Journal of General Medicine and Surgery, Journal of Pediatric Healthcare and Medicine, and Open Access Journal of Endocrinology. Thesis Project Guide for Pharma D students at KIMS Hyderabad, co-investigator for multi-center drug utilization trial.
In the category Healthcare Professional of the Year 2020, the award goes to Dr. Chandrasekhar Ramamurthy.
Dr. Ramamurthy has a prolific career as a healthcare professional, as Executive Vice President of Yashoda Group, a 1,400-bedded multi-speciality hospital group, headed the business development domain, increasing the annual turnover by over 700 crores in 4 years. Initiated and managed several new business initiatives, including one of the state-of-the-art liver transplant programs in the country. Acquired global clinical talent, adding several super and subspecialties to the gamut of hospital clinical profile. Pioneered project tie-ups in more than 15 countries in East and Central Africa, West Africa, Central Asia, Far East and South Asia. As COO, managed P&L and complete hospital operations, healthcare delivery processes in 3 different multi-speciality hospitals, each in excess of 600 beds.
The next category is Healthcare Excellence Hospital Administration in Yamunanagar, Haryana. The award goes to Dr. Vijay Kumar Dharia.
Graduate and postgraduate MD Pediatrics from Medical College, Rohtak. He has worked as Medical Superintendent of Civil Hospital, Yamunanagar for 8 years, and he is now Civil Surgeon, District Medical Chief of Yamunanagar. Many major improvement works in districts in health sector like establishment of newborn care unit, CT scan, blood component separation unit, special ward for hemophilia and thalassemia, first herbal park and pyramid meditation center, special token system for queue management, new waiting areas with seating and drinking water facility. Yamunanagar was adjudged the best district in implementation of Government Mukhyamantri Muft Ilaj Yojana of Haryana state. He has been honoured by the Government of Haryana and Health Minister Haryana for improvement of sex ratio in the district, and he has been honoured by 6 Sigma Awards for Best Hospital Administrator in 2019.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Hospital Management and Administration of the Year 2020, Vijayawada, the award goes to Dr. Dhruv Srinivasa Chakravarti.
Dr. Chakravarti comes with over a decade of experience in hospital administration and management.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Multi-Speciality Hospital of the Year 2020, Vijayawada, the award goes to Prashant Hospital, Vijayawada.
Healthcare Excellence Multi-Speciality Hospital of the Year, Vijayawada, started in 1989 by Dr. Prashant Kumar, Chief Urologist, has turned into a 100-bedded single-speciality exclusive urology hospital. Prashanta Hospital started subspecialties in urology for the first time in Vijayawada, like endourology, pediatric urology, laparoscopic urology, and urogynecology. It is the only hospital in the region of Andhra Pradesh with full-fledged laser equipment and performs around 300 to 350 surgeries in urology per month. Prashant Hospital has achieved highest number of urological surgeries in the region in a month.
In the category Excellence Public Health Innovative Research and Awareness of the Year 2020, Odisha, the award goes to Dr. Manas Ranjan Vihara.
Dr. Manas Ranjan Vihara is currently working as Associate Professor at the School of Public Health, KIIT University, Bhubaneswar. He has diverse work experience of 13 years in areas of public health teaching, research, program implementation, and management, and has worked abroad. He has authored several published research papers in peer-reviewed journals and has received research grants for his work.
The next category is Center for Excellence Research and Studies Pharmacy of the Year 2019-20 in Mysore, Karnataka. The award goes to Sarada Vilas College of Pharmacy.
Sarada Vilas College of Pharmacy is situated in Mysuru in Karnataka state. Established in 1992, it is accredited from AICTE and is affiliated to Rajiv Gandhi University. SCP Mysuru offers 5 courses across one stream, namely pharmacy, and across 4 degrees like B Pharm, Pharm D, and M Pharm.
In the category Most Promising Hospital of the Year 2020, Sirsa, Haryana, the award goes to City Healthcare and Neuro Research Center. In the category Healthcare Excellence Dentistry of the Year 2020, the award goes to Dr. Kashi Vishwanath.
Dr. Kashi Awasthi's dental clinic in Trivandrum was founded by leading dentist in Kerala, Dr. Kashi Vishwanath. Established in 1990, Ashwathi Dental Clinic has been creating smiles for more than 2 decades. Specialist in root canal, implantology, and cosmetic dentistry, the clinic is one of the leading dental centers in Kerala, India, visited by customers locally and internationally. The dental center offers a comprehensive dental care in all specialities.
Healthcare Excellence Gastroenterology of the Year 2020, Odisha, goes to Dr. Sushant Sethi.
Dr. Sushant Kumar Sethi is one of the well-known names in the medical fraternity and is one of the reputed gastroenterologists of the state. Dr. Sethi is a consultant gastroenterologist and therapeutic endoscopist associated with Apollo Hospitals, Bhubaneswar. Practicing since 2007, Dr. Sethi specializes in gastroenterology and liver hepatology and does all procedures associated with them. Dr. Sethi started his foray in the world of medicine by passing out from the SCB Medical College, Cuttack in 1996. Afterwards, he completed MD Medicine in 2001, followed by his DNB in gastroenterology in 2007 from the National Board of Examinations. He later underwent training in EUS and ERCP from highly reputed Asian Institute of Gastroenterology, Hyderabad. He has also trained at the prestigious All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Pharmaceutical Retail Company of the Year 2020, the award goes to Stay Happy Pharmacy.
Stay Happy Pharmacy is an entrepreneurial venture that looks way beyond generating revenues and aims at benefiting the society in earnest. It is a nationwide retail pharmacy chain and a noble initiative, effectively marrying business acumen and human compassion. It is directed at one of the most pressing concerns of the society today, which is the availability of affordable quality medication to those who are in need, a true societal cause to its very core, driven by the cause of taking high and approved quality affordable medicines to every corner and every needy household of the country.
In the category Healthcare Excellence for Yoga of the Year 2020 in Nashik, the award goes to Dr. Kajal Parag Vatani, Geet Yoga and Fitness Academy.
Dr. Kajal is a renowned yoga trainer. She has received a doctorate in yoga. Dr. Patani is the owner of Geet Yoga and Fitness Academy.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Research Botany of the Year 2020 Chandigarh, the award goes to Dr. Madhumita Bhattacharjee.
Dr. Madhumita Bhattacharjee, MSc Gold Medalist, PhD, UGC NET qualified, is an Associate Professor in the Department of Botany, PG Government College, Chandigarh. Dr. Madhumita has teaching experience of more than 18 years. Her research endeavors are cytogenetics and public health. She has published and presented many research papers. She is the author of a book, life member of many societies, member of referee panel and editorial board of some journals, has also been appointed as subject expert in CAS promotions and has been the member of PG Board of Studies in Botany PU.
In the category Award for Excellence Sports Psychology of the Year 2020, the award goes to Dr. Amit Bhattacharjee.
Amit Bhattacharjee is mentor, guide and teacher of India's first Olympic gold medalist, Sri Abhinav Bindra. He has witnessed 5 Olympics: Sydney Olympics 2000, Athens 2004, Beijing 2008, London 2012 and Rio 2016. Recipient of the UT State Award, Commendation Certificate holder, District Bolt Awardee, Executive Member, Chandigarh Sports Council, Associate Ericsson Coach, Elizarov Certification holder, PhD in Alternate Medicine and Sports Psychology are some of his achievements. The achiever benefited under his guidance are International Chess Master Sayantan Das, Indian National Goalkeeper, Indian Army Shooters Mao, Equestrian Joravar Singh Thiara, Golfer Ajitesh Sandhu and cricketers Manan Vora. Siddharth Kaul. Shooters Shweta Singh and Arushi Poddar and the Indian archery team.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Radiology of the Year 2020 Hyderabad, the award goes to Dr. Lalita Pale.
Dr. Lalita is a renowned radiologist.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Cosmetology and Hair Transplant Clinic of the Year, the award goes to Dr. Ankuja Maske from New Root Skin and Hair Transplant Clinic.
Dr. Ankuja Maske Mirke is a skilled and professional cosmetologist and trichology surgeon practicing in Pune. She has also been awarded as the most promising cosmetic surgeon in Pune 2018. She has expertise in all skin, laser, hair therapies like face peels, vampire facial, mesotherapy, PRPs and few hair transplant surgeries. Dr. Ankuja Maske Mirge is currently associated with New Roots Clinic and Spandan Hospital since 8 years in Pune.
In the category Skin and Hair Clinic of the Year 2020 Hyderabad, the award goes to Varnan Skin and Hair Clinic.
Varnan Skin and Hair Clinic was established in 2012 by Brahmanand Reddy and Dr. Archita Reddy. Varnan Skin and Hair Clinic provides hair transplantation to achieve complete natural aesthetic results that are absolutely undetectable with its unmatched skill and latest technologies.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Interventional Cardiology of the Year 2020 Telangana, the award goes to Dr. Anil Krishna.
Dr. Anil Krishna, who came from a small village in Nellore district with an agriculturist father and a homemaker mother, has made great strides in the field of cardiology at a rather young age. Dr. Anil Krishna is a gold medalist in DM from Osmania University. He has received much recognition as one of the leading specialists in interventional cardiology. Dr. Anil's expertise in effective emergency management and handling critical situations has enabled him to lead several complex interventional procedures, turning hopeless cases into success stories.
In the category Healthcare Excellence Radiology of the Year 2020 Delhi NCR, the award goes to Dr. Alka Ashmita Singhal.
Dr. Alka Ashmita Singhal is one of the reputed consultant radiologists in the country. Dr. Alka, who is presently a senior consultant in radiology at Medanta Division of Radiology and Nuclear Medicine, is currently in charge of radiology at Medanta Cyber City Mediclinic. Dr. Alka Singhal is a renowned expert in diagnostic whole body ultrasound imaging. Dr. Alka has trained in medical ultrasound from the ASUM University of NSW Sydney, Australia. She has also acquired advanced Doppler and musculoskeletal ultrasound certification from ARDMS Maryland, USA.
Heartiest congratulations to all the winners of the day today. Here's a quick snapshot of all the winners who have so deservedly got awards today. Heartiest congratulations from our side.